Milton made landfall last night, and those impacted begin the recovery process.
Inflation continues to dip down, what this means for your wallet.
And a Houston man was rescued from a burning truck.
Broadcasting live from the University of North Texas, this is ntTV Nightly News.
Good afternoon. Thank you for joining ntTV News at Noon. I'm Faith Webster.
And I'm Andy Scott. Milton is the third hurricane to hit Florida this year and has created a path of devastation across the state. This monster storm is dumping record rainfall, devastating winds, and causing dozens of tornadoes to form. CNN's Brian Abel is in Orlando with the latest.
For the second time in as many weeks, a major hurricane slamming into Florida. Hurricane Milton making landfall near Siesta Key Wednesday night as a major Category 3 storm with catastrophic force. A once-in-a-thousand-year rain event transforming streets into rushing rivers. Gusting winds, downing trees, blowing transformers, and leaving millions in the dark.
We have an unprecedented number of our customers who are without power.
The roof of Tropicana Field, home to the Tampa Bay Rays, ripped open. The storm spawning dozens of tornadoes, including several in Port St. Lucie County, which damaged homes and which officials say proved deadly.
It unfortunately struck a retirement community that was mainly modular homes where we did have loss of life.
The National Weather Service also reporting the most tornado warnings ever in a single day in Florida. Search and rescue operations are underway across the impacted areas.
These aren't people who didn't heed the warning. These are individuals in areas where we've never seen flooding. Never seen flooding.
And more on Hurricane Milton ripping across Florida. First responders and volunteers are trying to keep people safe from danger, and sometimes dogs and cats need saving too. CNN's Amy Kiley looks at heartwarming pet rescues.
Rescuers are saving pets as well as people from hurricane dangers in the southeast. In some cases, the heroes are first responders. This dog is lucky Florida troopers untied him from a fence as Hurricane Milton approached.
I don't blame you.
Animal shelters in northern states are also lending a helping paw by caring for dogs and cats who were in the path of Hurricanes Helene or Milton.
This is why we do the work we do, is because we want to help. We want to help pets. We want to help people.
I think it's just, a testament to each animal's resiliency to be able to take in change and be able to just kind of like pivot like this.
Doc, let's go.
Volunteers are getting supplies for the whole family to remote areas of North Carolina devastated from Hurricane Helene.
Pet supplies, cat food, dog food.
Sometimes the assistance goes the other way. Trained dogs help with search and rescue after disasters. And at the Emergency Operations Center in Tampa, the mayor says this cutie is boosting morale.
She's our stress reliever here.
Fan. I'm Amy Kiley reporting.
Hundreds of American Red Cross disaster responders are working around the clock to provide safe refuge, comfort, and support while Floridians are hit by Hurricane Milton. People need urgent support right now, and the Red Cross can't do it without you. To make a financial donation or sign up to become a volunteer, you can visit redcross.org or call 1-800-RED-CROSS. If you want to make a difference in the lives of others, consider becoming a Red Cross volunteer. This weather just can't pick a side. One minute I feel a cool breeze and the next I can't stop sweating.
Right? I'm starting to think the Lone Star in Lone Star State is the sun. Let's go to Aaron Erie for more.
Thanks, Faith, and you're absolutely right, but the Lone Star is going to have a little bit of company over the next 24 hours. I really want you to pay attention to our feels-like temperature and our wind speed as I move through the current conditions, because currently it's 84 here in Denton, and it feels the same as we move into the evening. After the sun sets, it's going to be 81 degrees and it's going to feel the same. Tomorrow it does warm back up again and it's going to be 91 and it's going to feel the same. But as you can see, those wind speeds are quite high. It's 13 miles per hour tomorrow and 12 miles per hour today. So those wind speeds take the edge off of that heat just a little bit. That's all I have for First Look. Back to you both at the desk.
Aaron, what were you doing in elementary school?
Eating good and playing sports. How about you?
I was watching Hannah Montana, but our segment anchor Madeline McCroy has a story on a couple boys doing a whole lot more.
Thanks, guys. Hero brothers are following in their family's footsteps and doing what they can to help in the wake of the hurricane. CNN's Jennifer Franciotti reports on exactly what the Maryland boys are doing for hurricane victims.
This is the post on Facebook that launched a community drive last week here at the Norrisville Volunteer Fire Company in Pilesville. It's all to help victims of Hurricane Helene in North Carolina.
So we were taking stuff out of people's trunks and we just got all the stuff out and we put it in the trailer.
10-year-old Jackson and 8-year-old Nicholas wanted to do something to help after their dad, Brandon, who's a fire captain in Baltimore County, was deployed to the area to assist with FEMA efforts.
They wanted to go to North Carolina with chainsaws and ready to cut some trees and help people get out, help Daddy get in.
Instead, they organized a donation drive, getting a 53-foot trailer and bringing the community together to fill it with much-needed supplies.
Water, pillows, clothes, food.
Okay, and then what else?
Diapers, wipes, toiletries.
It was really humbling to see them, working together and kind of helping the community also come together to, fill this huge truck.
Giving back is in their blood. Their mom, Caitlin, is a firefighter paramedic here, where both of their grandfathers also volunteer, and their grandma is the president of the fire company.
It was wonderful. I was very, very proud of them. It's a great community. That's what we do up here in Norrisville.
In addition to donations, the boys also helped collect nearly $2,000. And instead of coming home, their dad now will head to Florida to help even more people. It's exactly why the brothers wanted to do something to help.
Because our dad's helping and we wanted to help too.
It's so nice to see boys so young helping those in danger. It shows a real positive future for us. That's all for me with Positively. Back to y'all at the desk.
Thanks, Madeline. Coming up, people came to the rescue of a driver stuck in a burning truck.
And we've got a preview of the State Fair. We'll be right back.
Get your nicest cowboy hat and join us here on Wednesday the 16th because we're going to be hosting 3 different live shows from the State Fair. Our 2 English shows will go live at noon and at 6 p.m. and our Spanish show will go live at 3:30. We'll be showing you some of the most iconic events as well as some behind-the-scenes action, so make sure you don't miss it. Come join us at the State Fair of Texas, where the sight, sound, and flavors of Texas come alive on October 16th.
Looking to open a free checking or savings account but don't know where to start? Check out DATQ Credit Union right here on campus. Get your Mean Green debit card instantly or apply for a DATQ Visa credit card today. Your school, your card. Plus, make deposits at their 24/7 ATM, checks or cash whenever you need it. Make sure to sign up for DATQ's online banking platform and mobile app for easy access anytime, anywhere. Visit them at www.datq.org to learn more. DATQ, the official financial institution of UNT Athletics.
Monster in the depths of ntTV studios. Something special is doing just for you.
Hey ghouls and goblins, ntTV News is having a special Halloween segment this October 31st. We're also covering 31 days of Halloween in Denton. You don't want to miss it. It's going to be spooktacular.
Motorists in Houston left their vehicles to rescue a driver trapped in a burning 18-wheeler. CNN's Alex Bozargin has the story.
Is there a guy? Is that guy driving it? Is still in there?
A critical situation where every second counts. Dalinex Vargas and her 3 girls watching from the car, realizing someone was burning in those flames.
I just went again into the car to move forward, and then that's when they took the guy from the fire scene.
2 men emerging from the billowing black smoke with the victim's limp body, one using his own shirt to put out the fire still burning on the man's lower half. Meanwhile, Vargas starts pulling up the car, looking for ways to help that wouldn't put her kids at risk.
The girls started looking for something like water inside the car, and we gave them water so they can put the fire out of his clothes.
Vargas, concerned there was a language barrier, also offered to translate. Houston police say the man's 18-wheeler rolled over and caught fire, but couldn't tell us who was at fault or anything about the smashed up cars on scene.
There was a pickup truck, there was a blue car. That one was very messed up.
She says she and her girls prayed for the victim and the strangers who risked their lives to save him.
You don't know if the truck is gonna explode or what, but they still got into it and helped. So it's hope that there's still good people.
There's no word on the driver's truck condition.
Inflation continued to slow down during September, reaching a nearly 4-year low. New data says it's similar to what was seen in 2017 and 2018. The Consumer Price Index, which measures price changes across commonly purchased goods and services, was 2.4% for the 12 months ending last month. This coming from the latest report from the Bureau of Labor Statistics. Less of a cool down than economists were expecting, but they say it's still heading in the right direction.
The 2024 Nobel Prize in Literature was awarded to Han Kang, a South Korean writer. The Academy is honoring what is described as her intense poetic prose that confronts historical traumas and exposes the fragility of human life. Han is the first South Korean author to win the Literature Prize, and she's the 18th woman out of the 117 prizes awarded to the literature since 1901. The award ceremony will take place in Sweden on the 10th of December, and the prize carries a cash award of $1 million. I really hope this isn't a hot summer Halloween. I don't think the jack-o'-lanterns can take it.
I don't think I can take it. Let's ask Aaron if we're in for more tricks or a nice treat.
Andy, I'm beginning to sound like a broken record, which I know my mother would agree with, but as we take a look at our current conditions across the regional map, you can see that the temperatures they vary quite a bit. Graham is at 94 as our highest, but just north in Gainesville, it's at 76. And then across the region, as you can see, we're somewhere in that area of the high 90s, of the high 80s and the low 90s. But then as we move into our state map, it evens out just a little bit more. El Paso's at 91, Abilene and Austin are the warmest at 94, Amarillo's at 89, but Shreveport is keeping it pretty cool for us at 87, along with Oklahoma City at 86. As we move into our 7-day forecast, it is going to be quite warm this weekend. Sunday it's going to top out at 98, and the low is going to be 63, but then as we move into the school week, it'll start cooling off a little bit again, and then Wednesday, our lower temperatures are going to be at 78, and the low for that day will be 53. There's very little chance of rain throughout the week as we are in a dry spell right now, so you won't need to bring an umbrella or a rain jacket or anything like that with you to class. But that's all I have for you for weather. Back to you both at the desk.
Thanks, Aaron. The State Fair of Texas is rolling along with daily events, concerts, and exhibitions. The fairgrounds open near the end of September, and it'll be open until the 20th of October. While we don't know how many howdies Big Tess has bellowed to his visitors this fair season, last year the ground saw over 2 million visitors. Open 24 days, it's the longest running fair in the country, as well as one of the largest. The fair offers something for everybody, celebrating a state deeply rooted in tradition, agriculture, and community. After all, the state motto of Texas is friendship.
UNT's production of Bus Stop wrapped up recently. We will have a preview in case you missed it.
And the UPC is hosting a murder mystery dinner tonight. We'll be right back.
For a delicious, full-service dining experience. Dive into our customizable omelets, expertly crafted by our talented cook Jonathan, who guarantees every bite is perfection. All our dishes are handmade, prepared with only the freshest ingredients. Explore our assembly line where you can choose from any of our globally inspired dishes, or customize your plate. It's that easy. And let's not forget dessert. Indulge your sweet tooth with treats from Clark Bakery. With convenient payment methods including card or flex, it's the perfect dining spot for any occasion. Quench your thirst with our wide selection of drinks. Just hand your drinking card to our friendly waiter, and they'll bring your beverage of choice right to your table. When you're done savoring every last bite, our attentive staff will whisk away your tray. Enjoy the peaceful ambiance as you dine in, or use our takeout option for a meal on the go. Avesta.
The do's and don'ts of the Pole Rec Center. See that man over there? Please do not hog weights. Instead, do this. Another important part is having an attentive spotter. See here is an example of a non-attentive spotter. Instead, do this. Now we head to the track, which should be pretty easy, just it's important to pay attention to the way the track goes. Remember to wipe down the equipment after you're done using it. The towels are provided by the gym, so it's pretty easy to wipe down the equipment when you are done. Thank you for using the Pole Recreation Center.
You're right, Mom. I have.
North Texas Theater recently put on the play Bus Stop by William Ng. The play, set in the 1950s diner, was directed by Sarah Raton and performed this past weekend. ntTV's Isabel Smith had the opportunity to go to one of their performances and speak to some of their creative team about what this play was all about.
The award-winning play Bus Stop has made its next stop over to the UNT Theater program. Directed by Sarah Raton, this play, featuring a small but mighty cast of 7, performed this past weekend to multiple sold-out nights.
Bus Stop is a slice of life
look at the 1950, 1951 sort of era. It is the story, it's a character study of a bunch of really interesting and flawed individuals. And we get the opportunity to spend 2 hours with them in a diner.
The play, written by William Inga, is the basis for the 1956 rom-com of the same name starring Marilyn Monroe. But the original source material, performed this past weekend, has a very different theme that the audience can take away.
I think as an audience member, it's important to come into this show with a whole lot of empathy for these humans. They're not just characters, these aren't just actors saying lines, these are humans.
With the show's focus on the humanity of the characters, it is made sure to not only make the audience think, but the actors too.
I really wanted to challenge our students with almost cinematic realism. The idea of just really being a person. And so this process had a lot to do with like me asking the actors, what's in your pockets? What do you do when you're bored and you don't have a phone? So it's been a lot more, instead of a director doing choreography or blocking or things like that, it's more been about who is this person and what do they want, which has been a really fun sort of study.
Congratulations to the cast and crew of Bus Stop on a successful run of the show. With North Texas TV, I'm Isabel Smith.
Calling all detectives. The University Program Council is hosting a murder mystery dinner tonight at 6 p.m. at the Student Union. Get there early to secure a free ticket at the door and enjoy appetizers and refreshments. We have no idea who did what, but maybe you have the skills to find out. I heard there may even be a giveaway. Be there or miss out.
I love a good rivalry. I heard there's a really big one coming up this weekend.
Are you talking about me versus my homework or the OU versus the Longhorns? Let's go to Jackson Berry for more.
Hey, thanks you guys. And Andy, come on, you got to do your homework. We are too far in the semester for this. All right, coming up, Texas and OU play this weekend, and I've got a recap of the Cowboys' narrow victory over the Steelers. All that and more coming up.
My bike is gone.
Stolen bikes are an epidemic sweeping college campuses across America.
What am I supposed to do?
It's quite simple. The We Mean Green Fund has partnered with the UNT Police Department to offer free bike locks to any UNT student with a bike. Just show up with your bike in tow and ask.
Now I'll never lose my bike ever again.
Enough worrying. Get your bike lock today.
Hey, listen to my flow to save some H2O. This my water rhyme, and this is how it goes. First, turn off the sink and take some time to think. When you waste water, our supply shrinks. When you take a shower, not more than an hour. Shoot for 10 minutes and save water power. Use a reusable bottle, smart like Aristotle. Ditch all the plastic and be a role model. And that was my H2O flow. Please remember how it goes, because if you don't, Earth will go, oh no!
Has the weight of stress and anxiety ever felt too heavy to overcome? Wish there was a safe place to confide in? Wish granted. At UNT, we offer counseling and testing services to students located on the 3rd floor of Chestnut Hall. UNT, we're here for you.
On Saturday, the classic matchup between the Oklahoma Sooners and the Texas Longhorns will be taking place right here in Dallas. The Longhorns come into this game undefeated with their new star quarterback Archie Manning. But that may change this weekend as they're facing the 4-1 Sooners, and OU is looking to even out these teams' records to 5-1. This game is always watched by millions, but this game feels a bit different because it's the Cotton Bowl. So whoever comes out on top is going to feel a little bit better about their win. The Dallas Cowboys had a nail-biter again this past weekend, and I mean, what's new? It's the Cowboys. The game started off after a 90-minute delay and lasted all the way until just after 1 a.m. And fun fact, because of this anomaly, Dak Prescott became the only quarterback in history to throw a touchdown pass on 2 different days in the same game. He threw 1 touchdown pass in the third quarter to Rico Dowdle, and after the clock hit midnight, Dak Prescott hit the game-winning throw to Jalen Tolbert to win the game 20-17. The Dallas Cowboys take on the Detroit Lions this Sunday, and hopefully they lock in and make this game a little bit less stressful than the last few games. That's all I have for sports. Let's go back to the desk.
Thanks, Jackson. Andy, what are you dressing up for Halloween?
I don't know whether to be Team Werewolf or Team Vampire.
Oh, the Twilight dilemma. But there's a boy who ought to dress up as an angel. CNN's Patrick Cornell has a story on what he's doing to help this Halloween.
Check out this massive kid-created Halloween display, a full-on holiday horror house filled with the favorites: smoking ghouls, scary clowns, and shrieking scarecrows. All this work done by 12-year-old Braden Willis of Smithfield, Rhode Island. Braden says he's been putting up Halloween horrors most of his life, and this year he's got 50 full-sized chilling creatures around his family home, where he gives daily tours to tout the eerie exhibit. This super cool creation isn't a trick, but rather a treat. Braden has autism and uses this array of spooky spectacles to raise money for autism awareness.
When you come in person, you can make a donation to this purple box right here, which has lights on it that aren't turned on. You'll see the sign down below, which tells you that that's the Autism Speaks donation.
How about some more Halloween treats? Just a good old assortment of animals chowing down on juicy jack-o'-lanterns at Brookfield Zoo, Chicago. This bear breaking open a swinging sweet to get the goodness inside that gourd. A hippo hankering for a heavenly piece of that pumpkin. Oh hey, this primate got a mini morsel to munch on. Perfect size for a low-calorie option. All in all, it looks like a well-fed group as Halloween festivities get underway. Speaking of snacks, college kids are now getting them delivered via robots? Where was this when I was in school? At the University of Minnesota, these 6-wheel wonders from Starship Technologies are loaded up with food from select vendors. Then the robots ramble right across campus to complete the delivery. Students just order via an app and voila, the cuisine is carted right to them. The service is so popular, more robots are on the way to meet demand. For Take a Look at This, I'm Patrick Cornell.
Wow, now that's impressive.
It really is. It's great to see a Halloween display that's more trick than treat.
Thanks for watching ntTV News at noon.
Join us again tonight at 6 here on North Texas Television.